Thanks for being patient, everybody. I will be with you shortly. Just setting up the cockpit and preparation for the flight plan. We're off to Rio today, and actually, I'm single pilot operations. I hope that doesn't affect everybody's opinion on tonight's Failure Friday. So yeah, Fly Island might have popped in as well just to say hello. Thank you, Cedric. I do appreciate the gifts. So yeah, I'll be with you shortly. Just. Yeah, Doug Sten, what's the hold-up? Are we simulating the current state of RW Airlines airports now? Oh, delays, security, Matthew Allen has said, yeah. So basically, I'm having a bit of a problem with my track IR, which is a little bit annoying. So I'm just setting up a few things, and I'll be back shortly. So if you hold off there and enjoy your cups of teas while we wait, I'll see you soon. Okay, I seem to have the track IR working. Just loading the screen up now, and we'll be in the cockpit shortly. You're all being very patient. I have to say, I'm not too far off now. Just on the loading screen at the moment, and hopefully that won't take too much longer. So we've got about sort of a 45 minutes to an hour flight to Rio de Janeiro from a localish airport. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to get on board, and I'm not too sure what the failure is going to be just yet, but we'll find out. Anyone been simming today? Just got back from Echo Golf Kilo Kilo from Kilo Lima Alpha Sierra on the return. Okay, so that's Doug's Den. Hi Doug's Den, how you doing? Robbie, don't fail. I know. Well, this is the pressure, isn't it? Really, it's the pressure. So I'm just, I did have something set up before we went where it went a little bit peak-tong. Let me just set that back up. And this is going to be interesting to see whether this will actually activate, but we'll see. Okay, where are we? So we are Vera Coppas International. Sierra Bravo Kilo Papa is where we're going from into Rio de Janeiro, and we're taking ramp 6. So let's load up the aircraft. So I'm going to switch over into the sim, and we'll see how this looks on screen. And how are you doing? So it's a bit strange not having Jerry Fly Island with me tonight, so you'll have to excuse that, and I'm sure he'll be back with me. Well, hopefully next week or at some point. But yeah, thanks for obviously joining. And this is Failure Friday, where we take an A to B flight, as you know, and something goes wrong. This time we're going to Rio de Janeiro. Hello James, how you doing? And hello Jenna, how you doing? Elizabeth, how you doing? So what airport is this? This is Vera Coppas. I think it is. Ooh, a solo flight tonight then. Yeah, I'm afraid it is, Robbie. So yeah, you make a great crew together. I know. I honestly going to miss Jerry this evening, but I'll be watching a bit from ER room. Yeah, so Jerry's in hospital with family at the moment. So I wish you all the best, Jerry, and I know you're watching now. So hopefully we don't disturb the nurses. Yeah, how you doing, Sean? How you doing? Okay, so let's go and go straight into the cockpit. So we're American Airlines today. American Airlines 904. So yeah, Airbus are pushing from single pilot operations. Yeah. Yeah, well, sounds bad, mate. I hope it all goes well, buddy. Yeah, yeah. I honestly, it's going to be strange doing this single pilot, of course. Hopefully we can get there and safe and sound. Let me just get this right. Okay, so we're in a cold start cockpit. Let me just load up the flight plan. Let me just get a little bit closer here. Okay, so let's import the flight plan here. So we got Sierra Bravo Kilo Papa and Sierra Bravo Golf Lima. So that's going into Rio de Janeiro, and we've got runway 33 departing from there, and we've got our air pressure, etc. and settings. So we've got wind of 7 knots, 350 degrees, 31 degrees Celsius. I wish we had a bit of that in the UK, but we don't at the moment. And let me just let's get this right. Like you say, it's a little bit glitchy. I don't know what's up with the track IR today, but it's a little bit on the glitchy side. Let me just pause that and just see if I can give it a little bit more of a boost. 2 seconds. I don't know whether maybe that is the failure tonight. I don't know. I don't know whether this is the failure. It's always seems to be the way recently, and I'm just getting over a bit of a cold myself. I know James is ill at the moment, but I've been coughing all week, so this is the best day so far. I'm hoping that it stays okay and okay for the stream, etc. So let me just set that, and hopefully that will give it a little bit more of a boost. There we go. All right. Okay. So let's get this started up. Let's get this thing started. Okay. So where are we? This is a bit weird not having Jerry. So external power, battery on. APU. Start. Crew oxygen. Okay, and ADRSs. Yeah, okay. All right, well, there we go. Sorry for pulling any faces over on the camera there. Anyone not sick? Anyone not sick? Oh yeah, I mean there's a lot of bugs going around, isn't there? So APU Master Bud, thank you. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's not starting. APU bleed. That's it. Yeah. Okay. It's been a while, so I'm not too sure whether. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Actually, why is it all kicked up? That seems to have happened all too quickly. The ADRSs. I don't know whether these are it's instantly in on that. So let me just have a look. Realism. Real. Oh, ADRS is okay. That's instant. Okay, that's why. All right. I'm not too sure why the APU isn't kicking up. Okay. Dan needs to invest in some manuals. I think so. Okay. All right. Where are we going to? So let's make sure that's all in, and we'll get the passengers loaded. Weight and balance. Send the request. 161 passengers, and we'll start those and get boarded now. How strange. Okay. Let's go and get the weather. Track IR is definitely playing up. Okay, AOC weather requests. Do we have to even put it in ourselves these days? Okay, okay, actually, let's bring the flight plan in. Let's go to weather requests. Send for the weather. Hi Dan, will there ever be an Airbus A380 in Microsoft Flight Simulator? Yes, there will be, and that's actually been provided by. I think it's fly by wire. Actually, they're actually doing a version of the A380. It should be available soon. Apparently, the rumours that have it somewhere like in June or something. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll just see if these. Yeah, Let's have a look at this again. Yeah, I'm gonna flick between track IR and a little bit of mouse work. Okay, so let's go to the flight plan. So departing from runway 33, and do we have a SID? Do we have a SID here? PC1 Bravo. Okay. PC1. No. No. Oh dear. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Okay, PC1 Bravo. So departure 33. Oh, I've already messed it up. There we go. 1 Bravo, PC1 Bravo. Okay, insert. Okay, that's in there now. Destination, arrival. Let's have a look at the arrival plates. So, Pabi 1 Bravo and runway 15. Okay, let's go. Is it 15? Doesn't say which one. Okay, so 15 right, we'll take that one. ILS 15 right. Pabi 1 Bravo. And insert. Oh, thanks James for the rose. Rio. Yeah, it's fly by wire, hopefully around July time, I think. Oh, thank you, Matthew, I appreciate that. Let's have a look at some of the questions. It's on just a glitch. Mine does the same. Oh, really, Doug's then? Okay, that's good to know. I don't know what's going on. Usually it's pretty accurate. It just seems to wobble around. Okay, so let's have a look at the rest of the flight plan. And what we'll do, we'll bring it out here a little bit. Flick it to flight plan, and we will flick it through its paces. Okay, so let's have a look at this. I think it's get rid of this flight plan discontinuity. Where are we? How strange. Okay. Not allowed. What's this all about then? Okay, let's just have a look at. I don't know where it's. I don't know where it's taking us after that. How strange. Okay, manual. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. There you go. That's looking better. That's looking better. Sorry, that's PMDG. Just delete discon. Okay, thanks, Doug's then. Right. Okay, so I think we're about good to go there. Let's see how our passengers are looking. Just gonna have a look here. Weight and balance. Okay, so 85 out of the 161 aborted. Actually, we'll have a look at the rest of the stuff now. So we can't really do anything until the passengers aboard anyway. How are we doing for fuel actually? Let's have a look. So fuel, and this new fly pad actually allows you to import the fuel in from the flight plan, I think. So let me just have a look. Failures. Oh blimey. Are these actually? Okay, I'll leave them alone. Where are we? So fuel. Let's have a look. There we go. And we will start to fuel that up from our flight plan. So 8.1 tons. If we go to our flight plan and have a look. So the Patreon, first class Patreon members have got this flight plan over on Patreon as well. So let's have a look at the fuel. 8.1 tons target fuel. So we got the 1 tons extra, 7.1 as the without the extra. Okay, let's have a look at anything else on here. There's our route, for those that are wondering. Nice short route. Doesn't look like there's any weather to affect us. So 8 knots at 130 degrees, 8 knots. Let's have a look at the actual meta from the airports itself. Just go through the message system. Okay, so we've got a few at 2,000 feet. It's got 10 knots over there, it's not a problem. Okay, so QNH 1011 and QNH 1013 here. So we've already got QNH 1013, which is the standard. Anyway, okay, let's have a look at the weight and balance, see if we've got those passengers boarded yet. 130 out of 161. I love the tablet feature. Ain't got that on Flight Sim, unfortunately. Yeah, it's absolutely, well, it's just really, it's really nice to have. If it was my airline, I'd be kicking up the backside to get their seats. I know, I agree with you. It's you just want to get started, don't you? You just want to get started. Hopefully, hurry up, people! I got on that plane. I know. Should we have a look at the outside view anyway? Let's go and have a look at the outside view. So you got the American Airlines livery as well. So Look at that. How cool does that look? Very cool. I don't know where they're boarding from. I mean, if they're supposed to be still boarding, unless they're trying to find their seats or whatever. I mean, we could actually look at Connect. Connect Jet Bridge. I mean, I don't know whether this will actually work or not. No, I don't know where that's. Obviously, there's no jet bridge here anyway, so we'll just cancel that off. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, Jerry's not with me today, which is a shame. Go without them. Are you on Zello, Dan? Yes, so we will be doing a Zello talk at some point during the flight. So I'm going to get that set up, ready for everybody to talk. So let me just do that now. Just do that now. So stacks. And we can have a bit of a chat on there over the radios, that's for sure. Right then, okay, so look at the size of those Neos, bigger than the CFMs. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing, yeah, it's just a lot bigger than the standard. So actually, I mean, I'm just looking at so there's 160. Okay, completed, the boarding's completed. Okay, so let's go and do the before start checklist then. So fuel and cross feed check. We just need to get the weight and balance, so let me just sort that out now. So we got 0 fuel, center of gravity 24.5.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Wow, there we go. Got a nice captain's announcement. Okay, so we got 0.2. Sorry, 0.8 up. Sorry, 0.8 up. Oh, sorry, flaps 1. Sorry, flaps 1, full sash 0.8 up. We'll put that in there. There we go. V speeds. So V 131 knots. Rotate rotate 132 and V2 136. Okay, let's have a look at the next phase. QNH 1013. Temperature 31 degrees Celsius. And we also have so look at that. So 508 knots actually to. I think this might rise for the approach, isn't it? Okay, I'll put this in anyway. So this will be changed as we get closer. Sure, if I've got everything else in. Sierra Bravo Kilo Papa. Sierra Bravo Kilo Papa. Okay, that's just in case we need to get a bearing back to the airport quickly. And we're ready to do our checks. So let's reset the before start checklist. Okay then, so before start checklist, what's going on? Are you in Ukraine? No, we're not in Ukraine. Is all this recorded on the black box? Yeah, it is actually. Thank goodness it isn't today though. Okay, fuel and cross check. So we've got 8.1 tons on board, and that's fully fueled and ready. Cockpit prep is complete. EFS switches are on. Gear pins and covers are removed. Signs are on, armed. On, auto, and armed. ADI RSs are in nav. So much easier with the track IR. So there we go. Are in nav. Or there were. Switch that back. Nav. Fuel and block we've already done. Barrel reference set 1013, set once, set twice, and set 3 times on the standby. Below the line mobile phone and iPad is off and on airplane mode. Takeoff data is set. Windows and doors closed and armed. Yeah, so they're closed and armed. Thrust levers are set to idle. ATC transponder is set to on, and parking brake set to auto, and parking brake is on, and brake pressures checked, and beacon, we'll set that on now. Okay, yeah, before start let's just
arm doors and cross check.
Okay, let's call for pushback. Actually, no, we don't need a pushback today. This is strange. We're forward facing. Runway 33 is to our left.
Once again, we'd like to welcome you on board. Your safety is our top priority, so we appreciate a few minutes of your attention while we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. You can follow along with the safety information contributions in that pocket.
Thank you so much, and yeah, we'll have a bit of a chat in the cruise. There we go. That was Christian saying hello over on the radios. Thanks so much, Christian. Okay, let's. The pressure's on. That's for sure. So yeah, runway 33 is actually over to our right, so we're going to taxi over to our right and get going. Okay, so engine starts then. So starting engine number 1.
Please take a moment out of the your close respect to every member in baby behind you. If there is a change in cabin pressure, more oxygen mask will drop from overhead. Firmly pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, pull the elastic bands around your head, and tighten the straps on both sides. Even though the bags are not inflated, oxygen will be flowing. Be sure to put your mask on first before helping.
I'll wait for that to be available.
No one is no longer needed. While you're passing through the cabin to make sure you're ready for departure, you can help us by making sure your seatbelt is fastened. Your seat bag is upright, your key cable is good, and all tiny items are put away. If you have any questions about the safety features of this aircraft, please don't hesitate to ask. Smoking, use electronic cigarettes is never allowed on any flight. Tampering with the family or destroying smoke detectors.
What plane do you fly in real life? So mostly a PA-28, to be honest. I fly Cessnas as well, Decathlon, tailwheel. I've flown a Harvard for about 40 minutes, so that's in my logbook somewhere, but I'd love to get a bit more sort of time and on that. So okay, engine number 2. Yeah, it's very very glitchy today. I don't know what's gone wrong with it, but very glitchy. Yeah, that was true about the Max. It was the position the engines were put forward as the fuselage is lower than the A320. Yeah. It is tragic. How long will you be live for? So the flight's around 45 minutes. Usually sort of live for at least another hour, to be honest. The streams usually last about 2 hours in total. Okay, so engine number 2 is now available, so crank to normal. Arm the spoilers. Reset the rudder trim. Flaps set to 1. TCAS to TRRA. Just trying to remember the flow here. Rudder trim, okay, so that's set 0.8 and anti-ice, no anti-ice required. Okay, all right, so engine after start checklist, engine anti-ice check complete, anti-ice as required, engine mode selector norm, rudder trim 0, pitch trim 0.8 set, and flight instruments checked, and ECAM status no blue. Okay, ready for taxi then. So let's bring some of these lights up now. Taxi. Let's go. I love your life so much. I mean, I wish I had Jerry with me, that's for sure. Okay, parking brake off. Oh, we're off to Rio. QNH settings is 1013 actually, Doug's Den, which is strange, isn't it? Okay, so before takeoff checklists, flight controls checked, briefing and nav aids confirmed and set, V speeds are 131, 132 and 136. ATC code is set. ECAM memo sat no blue, so we will have max auto brake set and takeoff config. Clear that off. I think that's right. It's hard without... yeah, standard pressure on the ground is rare. I know. I just... if you have a look at the settings there, you got 1013 LUTs over there. Sierra Bravo Kilo Papa. Took a wrong turn while we were messing around there. Let's carry on down the taxiway. Any advice to becoming a pilot? I mean, it all starts from a trial lesson, doesn't it? Really. I mean, I'm only flying privately at the moment, not with the airlines yet. Hopefully, in the next 2 years or so. But yeah, just it all starts with a trial lesson. Book yourself a trial lesson and see if you like it. You know, I'm sure you will. But it does get very addictive, you know, very addictive. Thanks for the follows, thanks for the shares, by the way. There's 80 people watching over on TikTok. And there's a few of you over on the other channels as well, which is great to see. I'm trying to remember how to get this It's definitely a lot harder when you're a single pilot trying to mess around with a computer. Okay, so all right, so before takeoff then, so we've done our before takeoff checklist. Landing lights on, takeoff lights on. So
flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
I'm not too sure why the APU is not playing ball here. Strange. Let's turn the lights, some of these lights on as well. Do a lot. Okay. Cabin secure, packs and APU as required. TCAS, TRRA. Okay, ready for takeoff. Park and brake off. And line it up. Thanks for the roses, thanks for the gifts everybody, thanks for the likes and shares. Look at that, look at the sunsets. Absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. Okay, runway 33. Spooling the engines up, stabilised. Toga. Mantoga. SRS. Hundred knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rates, climb, gear up. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Okay, leave the climb. Autopilot 1. Okay, after takeoff checklist, landing gear, flaps. Don't tell me it's frozen. Don't tell me it's frozen. I'll come back. Oh, dear me. Not after this. Don't tell me it's frozen. No. No. Don't tell me it's frozen. Oh, dear. Come on, catch up. No. I don't think this failure was planned. I know, look, literally. Let me just see if it will. No, it's not having any of this. Oh my word. Yeah, I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to click anything. Deary me. Okay, I'm gonna pray it will catch up. Oh, come on. Well, this was the you didn't de-ice, you rejected it. Yeah, I think so. No rush. I mean, the views are nice at least, aren't they? The views are nice. We'll just pretend we're in the cruise. Dear me. What's going on tonight? What's going on tonight? Breathe, Dan, breathe. I know. I think it's done for. I don't think it's coming back. I'm gonna try and. It's because it misses Jerry too. I know. I just thought that. Let me just see if I can. No, I really think we're gonna have to restart this. Oh man. Yeah, it's not responding apparently, according to my.
Dan, how is the training coming on?
Let's just check who that was. So Yeah, so the training is getting there. I'm getting really stuck with the longitude and latitude equations on the general navigation section. So every time I'm trying to take the section tests to get past that, I just keep getting the equations mixed up. But it's a slow progress, but I'm getting there. I'm trying not to lose faith, you know. So there we go. I don't know what's happening. I think this is a good time to close this off, take a break, and we'll welcome the patrons on board. Actually, so yeah, we'll go and mention the patrons. We'll get this cleared off, and we'll start again. Not fully start again, but I think because of limited time on the stream this evening, with going early in the morning. But let's go back, and even if we call IT, I was thinking that even if we go back to we go back to starting off on the airport, loading in runway 33. Fully kitted out, ready, and let's give it a try and get going again. But sorry for that. So let's mention the Patreon members anyway, as they support the channel further. So economy, we have Harry Young. So he's the only economy member so far, which I'm very grateful for. I didn't think we'd ever get any Patreon members in economy. So thank you ever so much, Harry, for joining the economy class. And in business, we've got Living Issue UK, Niall Conway, Steve Rowe, Darren Shearer, Jimmy Huggins, Bradley over in business class. Thank you ever so much. I do appreciate all your support in business as a Patreon member. Thank you ever so much. And Mr. Mickey 80. So what happened? So basically we've basically had a crash on the system, and it wasn't an aeroplane crash. It was actually a system crash, and it does happen from time to time. I mean, we are using an experimental fly-by-wire version as well, and usually the graphics are pretty stable in the current configuration, but I will have a look, see if I can tone it down a little bit and see if we can get at least a better performance and see how we get going with the things. So do you fly RAF jets? No, I wish I did. One of the things that I always wanted to do was go in the RAF, but I just wasn't confident enough to do it and go for becoming a pilot. But yeah, so I've gone down the private route instead. Okay, so that was the business class Patreon members. Thank you ever so much for joining. And in first class, so we had a new first class Patreon member last week, I think it was. So Mitch Davis joined us as a first class Patreon member. So in first class we've got Christian, we got John Restle, Kim Williams, Cedric Lorch, Matthew Allen, and Mitch Davis now. So we're half full in the first class cabin. So I thank you ever so much for those that have joined Patreon. I do appreciate it. So that's what makes it fun. Unexpected failures. We don't want system failures, that's for sure. I mean, system failures in terms of the software, we don't want that. So okay, Failure Friday today. Yeah. Do you know what though? These things do happen, and with tech, it's it's there to test us, isn't it? So yeah, I'm hopefully we can get sorted, and we'll try it again. So I'll bring us back onto the live screen here, and we can have a look, see what's happening on the loading screen. So yeah, so for those that are just joining, we're heading to Rio today. We started off all going okay-ish, even though it was a little bit daunting without my co-pilot or partner in crime Jerry Fly Island tonight due to personal commitments. But yeah, I managed to get the aircraft up in the climb, and it was all going well until it crashed on me. So never mind. So as soon as we've loaded up, we can try that again, but we'll get straight into runway 33 to Rio, and we'll try this again. So, and that was before any other failure should arose. So we'll see what happens this time. So thanks for the follow, Sean, and thanks for the likes and shares, by the way, over on TikTok. Thanks for the likes over on the other channels as well. I do appreciate it. So yeah, so we're just waiting for this to load up, and there's nothing. I mean, we could get some music. Oh no, okay, we're here. Okay, let's go and do this, and we'll go back to this, but we'll go straight on the runway 33, and let's go and have a look at the graphics. Actually, I just want to see whether we can turn these down at all before we go back into it. And I think it'll probably be stable this time. It usually is the way. It has a little bit of a fit, and then decides to play ball. But let's go and have a look at the graphics. So now I think what I'd done last time was brought that down to a resolution, maybe sort of half the resolution. So I might do that down to there. So let's do that and see whether that'll improve the graph. Oh no, I don't want to quit. Improve the performance here. Okay, so obviously with streaming, takes a lot out on the PC as well. Yeah, Doug's saying same here. My maths is Russo, but I live 5 miles from RAF Marham, and the F-35B is awesome. Yeah, it's a nice aircraft. I mean, I've just come back from being up over in Lincoln, as you've probably seen on the TikToks, and I was over watching the Red Arrows, etc. I was in my element, so it's really enjoyable. So tomorrow and Sunday I'm over at the Living History UK Festival, so there's some reenactors, living historians, some aviation history as well, so I'm really looking forward to having a look around the festival and having a bit of a social. Anyone needs a toilet though, you need to stay in your seats until we're in the air. Oh no. Well, we'll see how this goes. Let's get this back in. Okay. All right. So we're gonna have to quickly load everything back up again. Everything seems to be a lot better this time around. So let's load that flight plan back in. The one thing that I've got to make sure is that we've got the fuel. Okay, so that was a good check, because our fuel was supposed to be a lot more than that. So let's just go in there, make sure that fuel's in as it should be. Okay. Okay, so the fuel hasn't... Okay, there we go. 9.5 tons of fuel. Okay, this is looking a little bit healthier. I mean, it's... we're a little bit later than planned, but what we'll do, we'll dial the time back a little bit, so we can experience a little bit more daytime. So we don't want to get too dark on us. Let's go back to the flight plan, and we'll load that back in. Okay. So 1.8 up. Oh, come on. What's going on here? There we go. Okay, so performance, rotation speed, and V2. All right, I think we're about there. Runway 33. Okay, so we'll put altitude of 8,000 feet. 8,000 feet in, there we go. Right. Everything seems a lot better with the track IR and everything now, so I think we're ready to go. So before takeoff checklist, so armed, flaps 1, max, takeoff, wing lights, auto armed, APU, all right, let's get going. Spooling the engines up. Parking brake off. Toga. Mantoga SRS. Airspeed alive. $100 knots. Check. V1. Rotate. Puts the red gear up. Fantastic. We're back up in the air, everybody. Hi, Nick. How you doing? Okay, leave a climb. AP1. Absolutely stunning. Okay, flaps 0. APU off. Barrel reference is set. Okay, look at that. Absolutely stunning. Got a little bit of rain clouds around by the looks of it. Okay, so is the sound the sound's gone on the stream, is it? Just looking. Interesting. We can hear you, but not the sim. Okay, all right. Let's try and get that back. There we go. Hopefully that will answer that problem there. Okay, so. Okay, so after takeoff, checklist landing gear is up, flaps retracted, packs are on, APU off, barrel reference set. Okay. What's our cruise altitude today? Flight level 10. Sorry, 230. Is that 230 or is that what I've sent? Sorry, I don't know. .290. Flight level 290. Come on, 290. Bumping around, I can't set it. What's going on? Come on. Let's just do that. There we go. Right, okay, so we're now climbed to a standard, and we're now climbing to flight level 290. How's he getting along, guys, without me? Jerry, it's getting quite desperate here. It's the software crashed on me. I just don't know what's going on. But we're flying. Look, you know, we're still alive. You know, we're still alive at the moment. It's all happening. Failures all around. He doesn't need to do the ATPL exam, just do a practical exam on TikTok. I love it. Let's go and have a look at the outside shots. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. It's pretty cool. I'm just worried that I've knocked it out here. Okay, so first climb, open climb. Okay, so climbing to 290. Sim looks fantastic. Does it have a good study level 737? No, not yet actually. So the PMDG company are actually releasing 737 NG, I think. And when that is released, it's going to be really fantastic. It's crying out for a study level 737, that's for sure. Yeah, the fly-by-wire A320 does a great job. And I've got Jerry to vouch for that, but there are some things that are missing. We've got a FNX that's looking to develop into Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Hey from New Zealand, how you doing? RMZAF14, how you doing? Tell Jerry we want delay. We want delay compensation. I know. I was thinking the same. Yeah. Can any of you moderators answer my question? If someone is having a panic attack on the plane, how do they deal with it? So, I mean, I can answer that. So, what would happen, depending on the severity of that, and that obviously the cabin crew would inform the captain the situation of the flight, the situation in the back there, and if they feel that it's a point where it's actually compromising the safety of the flight, you know, maybe it's causing that person to be erratic, or they feel that there's a risk to life, then they will actually divert the flight. They will look to divert and land at the nearest airport and get that passenger off. Yeah, so it's that's generally what happens. I mean, it'd be nice if Jerry was here with me and they'd be explaining a little bit more about that, but that's the general idea. So, all right, thanks. This will be really useful for procedural training if it's level D, level of standard. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Oh, can you repeat that? I'm making dinner. Oh, okay. So, Nick. So basically, if the cabin crew deem that passenger having a panic attack is going to cause a problem in the flight general to either the other passengers or their own health, then they will probably divert to a local airport and get that passenger on the ground. But the cabin crew would be able to assess that situation and relay that back to the captain to make a overall decision on whether the aircraft needs to divert. Hopefully they could calm the passengers down with a panic attack like that enough to continue the flight, but you never know. Oh my word. Okay, so that was eventful, wasn't it? Blimey, that was definitely eventful. There we go. Tim's answered that. Oh, you've not been on a flight for 9 years, and oh wow. Okay. Well, look, I wish you all the best, Nick. I mean, it's it's a bit of a cliche, but we've said it on many streams before. It's probably more dangerous going to the airport than it is, by car than it is to fly. And the staff are there to help you if there's anything that you want reassurance with, then that's what they're there for, to help you and settle you. Read a book, listen to music, try and distract yourself a little bit as much as you can. Obviously helps quite a bit. Okay, so we're just coming into a flight discontinuity bit here. Let's just clear that. Okay, well, let's just get this right. How strange. I don't know what's happening with the flight audio. That is amazing. He is James and said, oh, well, I do appreciate you. Obviously, you're both saying that. I mean, but I'm just glad that I'm able to provide the streams for you, have a bit of a laugh and all the rest of it. So I'm glad you enjoy the content as well on the page. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate it. Yeah, it just any more questions, then just give us a shout. So hey Dan, if I come over to the UK, can we go for a flight? No problem, Nick. Yeah, just give me a shout. I'll take you flying. So I'm just making sure that we've got everything planned. So let's go and have a look. So I know we had to restart this flight. Let's have a look at the flight plan. Okay, so runway runway 15 and Pavi 1B. So okay, so 15. Okay, so let's go and get this in. Ready. 15 right and Pavi 1B. Insert. So this are standard arrival, and we're going to have a look at the charts if I can get that up as well. Let's go and have a look at the charts if I can get that up. I don't think I've signed into the Navigraph before the stream, so I'll try and do that for you now. So we'll have a look at the flights. I think it's the new flights. There we go. Interesting, actually. I'm just going to look.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, for flight deck, Captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As we begin to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seat elbows clear from the aisle, as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley cards shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating with the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that we're actually going to where we should be going. Okay, so we're UREMI. Okay, so we're going direct to that at the moment. Then Dorlu, which is that one, Dorlu. Top of descent. So that's where we're supposed to be going down. And then I am Dab. Okay. View rep. Okay, that's not on there. Pabeb. Okay, Pabeb. That's there. Okay, and then that's the standard arrival. Okay, so that looks okay so far. I don't know what it's doing in the box though. That's all a bit weird at the moment. How's you off route? Are you flying direct to a further waypoint? Yeah, it's flying over to this. That was the first thing that looked a little bit weird. So if we go to where we are at UREMI, it's getting me flying to this point here. So I'm not concerned. I was concerned that it was flying direct, but that's where it's took me. What I'm just looking at now though is that you've got this line coming off here, I don't know what that's all about. Worst case scenario, we can get some vectors. So it already feels like we're failing a little bit on the on the route already, but we'll see. We'll get the destination data in. So let's go to next phase. So let's go. Actually, sorry. Let's go and get the METAR for the airport. Weather request. Send. So we'll wait for that METAR to come back through. As soon as it does, we can get our weather for Rio. But the weather looks quite nice here. Looks quite nice here. Irish coffee, I think. Oh my word. Best advice for scared flyers. I mean, I guess it's just reassurance that the crew are really well trained. But obviously, you know, things to distract you, like reading a book, listening to music once you're in the cruise, etc. And just trying to sort of, you know, just trying to relax where you can. It's just very difficult. I find that how for knowing what each of the noises are in the aircraft help settle you to, you know, because obviously when you hear strange noises like the flaps retracting and you know, the hydraulics working, you know, in the aircraft, if you're on something like an Airbus, you know, it's like a when the engine starts, there's sort of a squeaking or a barking sound that you hear, which is the hydraulics pressurizing. So knowing those sounds help, obviously, with the relaxing on the flight a little bit. Let's have a look at the approaches. Show charts. Okay, so that's the chart. Okay, so what we're looking at. So let's have a look at the METAR as well. So we'll print that off. So 7 knots wind from 140. So runway 15 is pretty much down the straight centre. Cavoc, which is complete nice weather, blue skies. The QNH 1011. Just get that over here. That's printed off. So let's go back to the performance and next phase. And so 1011. Temperature. So we've actually got. Is that different to what we got here? No, it's the same. Okay. Temperature 22. 22 degrees. What a nice temperature on an evening, because it is an evening as well in Rio de Janeiro. Thanks for the follows, thanks for the shares, thanks for tapping that screen as well. I do appreciate it. So we're doing a flight, A to B flight, failure Fridays as planned. I'm just looking. Let's have a look at how far we got to run as well. Barrel reference. Let's get the wind in. Okay, so 140, 7 knots. Cost back. word. Well, we're single pilot operation, so if I go down, then we're going to have to get a passenger to take over. There we go. Now let's have a look at the charts. Actually, I've got to be careful on the descent here. We'll start to descend. $275. We got 250. Okay, 250. Okay, we're going to start a descent now. Do you do the flight callouts on flight 2? All the sinners do. No, I don't actually. Maybe I'm sort of slacking in the sim world. Okay.
Report deck, ladies and gentlemen. As we have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Okay, so I need to runway. Okay, so this is what I'm after. Okay, so I think this is saying EG BAT. Where's the EG BAT? This is right. It's just one way to confuse me. Let's just have a look. So we've got the star. Okay, so we're going correct on that. Egg nuts, 6,300 feet. Okay, let's just. I think the failure is going to be single pilot operations here. Let's clear this box up because that certainly isn't helping. Let's have a look at this now. Okay, so I'm just going to reduce down to 10,000 feet. Oh my word, come on, just stay still. There we go. Just going to descend down to flight level 150. Oh, we should be there now, so let's skip. Actually, okay, we'll go down to 7. Flight level. Okay, we'll flight level 100, so 10,000 feet. Oh my word, this is harder. This is definitely harder without Jerry. Okay. Oh my word. You've gone down in my estimations for elevation. I know, but look, Doug's Den. Just honestly, I've completely out my depth here. Me. Oh no! It's been so long since I've done single pilot operations without Jerry. I've become very slack with this. So let's just. Just check a few things. I know I need to get my barrel reference in, but I can't seem to get the gist of this chart at all. Let me just you can sack Jerry. No, I don't know whether it is going fine. Honestly, I'm well out of my depth here. 1011 for Rio. Yeah, Rio at sunset is going to be amazing. Yeah, so 1011. That's already in the QNH there, Matthew. And then the thing that I'm looking at. So I'm descending down. But we should be at flight level 0 99 at this point, so I'm going to increase the speed. Get that descent rate going down further. Or I'm going to expedite this. There we go. Okay, so I really don't want to go around. That'd be really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. I'll be letting Jerry down. You've got this, Dan Matthews said. Oh no. Look at the views. Look at the views. We'll take that. Okay, so let's. I need to get the runway. Okay, 370. Let's go to this. Oh no, no. 370. Okay. Get this down. All right, I think we're there now. I think we're there. I think we're getting there. Okay, so we're intercepting at 1,710. Speed limit exceeded. Okay. Oh, okay. That was the actual restriction. Okay, so I have actually exceeded the speed limit set by the flight computer. Okay, we might have to look at going around here. What speed? Let me just bring the speed brakes in. Okay, so we're gonna have to vector ourselves back in here. Let's get this. Yeah, this is it's all going a little bit south. I have a visual on the runway though. So do I do a manual attempt to come into here? I can certainly let me have a look. So there's the runway underneath us. I'll bring us down. Okay, so I've there's been a failure in terms of my own failure with the with trying to get this down with the ILS. So I'm going to bring this and vector us down visually. So make turn out there. Yeah, below, yeah, 10,000 feet, 250 knots, yeah. And I've also realised that, so landing lights on, takeoff, logo lights on, there we go. And we'll have the landing checklist, bar reference. Come on. So 1011, set once, set twice, and set 3 times. And also throttle speed off, ECAM. Won't put the. We'll wait until the. We're a little bit closer to the airport to put the landing gear down. We're going to do the landing checklist shortly. Okay. I'm just intrigued to see whether we can introduce a failure as well into this. Jerry usually adds a failure in for me, but do you know what? Let's see what happens. All things related to electrical system, hydraulic power, electrical system, hydraulic power. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, let's just have a look. Okay. Okay, so we've got an electric failure then. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. And we've also now lost my display on the captain's side. And we're going to have a hydraulic leak as well. So a pretty bad day in the office, I'd say, coming into Rio. So we're on the standby now, looking at the standby for speed. And bring the gear down. Just have a look on the first officer's display here. Let's have a look at the airports. Let's have a look at the hydraulics. Where are we? Okay, there we are. There's the runway. Okay, well I'm manually flying this in now. Missed approach and now electric and hydraulic failures. Yeah, the question is, I'm not too sure, you know, with these hydraulics, should we be isolating this off, you know? So green and blue, should we actually be turning the hydraulics off? I'm just wondering. I don't know. Is that going to cause more problems for ourselves? Okay, well there's the airport. Do a complete engine failure. I know. Oh my word. I just don't like the fact that these are
2,500.
Okay. I know we're overspeeding here. I mean, does that mean that we actually can't? Does that mean that our flaps have failed as well? Does that control our? Does that control our flaps? I don't know. Okay, I'm just. I'll turn that master warning off. I'm going to hand fly it in though, so there's runway 15. We're low at the moment.
1,000.
Speed brakes armed. On the standby, we've got 160 knots. All our electrics failed. Hydraulics are gone. Not too sure. Okay, we look like we've got some. We got flaps. We got flaps. Okay. Landing checklist. Barrel reference checked. Well, it's not coming through electrical failure, but they were set before. Auto throttle speed off. Ecam memo. Landing gear down. Signs on. Spoilers armed. Flaps set. Okay. little bit low at the moment. Speed 140. Wow, this is all happening today. It's all happening today. Software crashes, electrical failure and hydraulic failure. I mean, what more do you want? Landing without the
500.
flight computer there.
400. 300. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
A bounce. We've got a bounce, everybody. Oh
5.
no, just let it rest. Let it rest. Okay, going around, not happy with that. Okay, I'm going to be leaving the gear down just because of the hydraulics. Oh my word. Okay, okay, going back round. We'll try that again. I mean, what a mess this flight deck is today. It was just, we were running out of runway. I mean, the bounce was okay. I held it off. I was hoping that it would sort of settle back down. But when it didn't want to settle back down, then that's when I made the decision to go around. So we're doing a nice circuit, American Airlines 904. I mean, look at that. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so what's the electrical failure affected our panel lights as well? It has, okay, alright. VFE 230 knots, okay, so we're okay. Flaps 1. I mean, it's not a pretty sight, is it? I mean, it is a nice sight, but you know, with all these, you could have stopped that, but the captain makes a call. I know, I understand. It just felt really unsettled with the landing there. Like I say, I think because the bounce happened and it didn't settle the first time round. I was a little bit concerned. Okay, so gear down, speed, brakes armed. Oh, sorry, spoilers armed.
$1,000.
Medium brakes. It's really hard not having the flight director. We can turn it around now, see if we can make that runway. Flaps 3. Flaps 4. Okay, GA pilot comes in in an Airbus, full electrical failure, or partial electrical failure, I should say. Hydraulics failed. Okay, looking 160 knots at the moment. Okay.
$500. 400.
That's looking a little bit better.
300.
I don't want to jinx it.
300. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Okay, reverse thrust. There we go. Well, we're down. We're down. That's the main thing. Okay, so welcome to Rio, everybody. Welcome to Rio. Let's get the landing lights in. Bit of speed taxi in there, I do apologise. Okay, oh my word, what an evening. Thank you ever so much, everybody that's watched that over over on the streams. Thank you very much. Can I get off now? Do you know what, I might get off myself. I mean, this is crazy. What a crazy situation to be in. And not only that, but the steering on the aircraft doesn't seem to be happening very well. So I'm just gonna try and use the engines to steer a little bit better. Use a bit of brakes. I think it's got to be to do with this hydraulics. Got to be. Yeah, it's just not having any of it. Okay, well, we're going to leave it here. I think it's time to get the passengers off, and maybe we'll yeah, even the dome lights don't even work, but we'll shut the engine down. Once the APU start, we'll shut the engine down. But thank you ever so much for everyone that's joined. You did amazingly. Thank you for getting us to Rio safe. Thank you, Lauren. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Doug's Den. And yeah, I do appreciate everyone that's watched the live tonight. And yeah, apologies that Jerry couldn't make it this evening, but I know he'll be back, and he was there in spirit. I do really appreciate it. So yeah, so I'm just wondering whether we've got time to have a few questions while we're waiting for that to kick in. Did you pump the hydraulics? No, I mean the PTU I think was trying to sort of equalise the pressure there. So I don't know much about the failure in the hydraulic side, to be honest, and what the actual true procedure is. I mean, it was pretty scary. You do realise that you're on a simulator? I think so, Darby Rabbit. Thanks, Kim, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. And regards to Jerry, Doug Stenner said, yeah, I will pass on that. Right. Well, I'm gonna go, and you know, I do appreciate everyone that's took the time to watch the stream this evening. It's absolutely amazing that all of you regulars that come in. I can't thank you enough, and obviously for the support on the channel as well. So yeah, we'll hopefully see you at some point in the week for another stream, and I'll be at the festival, Living History UK Festival tomorrow. Hopefully there'll be some posts as well at the weekend tomorrow and Sunday on that. So yeah, thanks ever so much, and